Only one congressional primary in New Mexico promises to have some drama. The race on the Democrat side to replace Representative Martin Heinrich. There are three well-known candidates, and we wanted to know how they differ on some big issues. Here's News 13's Katie Kim.
Jessica, on paper, the candidates look similar, all touting job growth and core Democratic principles. But the three say they couldn't be more different.
The primary election is coming right up here on June 5.
The race for Congress in the Albuquerque area has seemed quiet so far.
He's the guy who's going to protect Social Security and Medicare.
But all three Democratic candidates are hitting the ground and the airwaves with the primary closing in. Former Albuquerque Mayor Marty Chavez, State Senator Eric Griego, and County Commissioner Michelle Lujan Grisham all say they'll vote to raise taxes on the richest Americans, offer guest worker visas to illegal immigrants who don't cause trouble, and fight for Medicare and Medicaid. Now they're trying to convince voters they can get it done in Washington.
I'm the only one that can actually say he's gotten things done.
Chavez points to his 3 terms as mayor, saying he expanded MCOR, the movie industry, and spurred growth on the west side.
There are candidates that talk and there are candidates that do, and that's the tremendous contrast in the records in this race.
A direct jab at his opponent, Eric Griego. The two didn't agree on much when Griego was a city councilor during Chavez's administration. Griego says that's because Chavez often sided with the Republicans on key issues.
I'm a Democrat, and this is a Democratic primary. My coalition has never been a Republican coalition.
Griego says he's the only one in the race that's actually sponsored bills to cut tax breaks for big oil companies.
They both talked about it. I have a record of sponsoring on the floor amendments to take out those subsidies.
Griego touts his voting record and points out Grisham's lack thereof, saying she's only held elected office for 18 months.
Voting records are not enough. If they were enough, you've got a voting record for Congress right now.
Grisham says, unlike her challengers, she's the only one who can reach across the aisle to help end gridlock in Washington.
I'm willing to work with anyone who is clear about making a quality of life difference for my constituents.
As of a month ago, Griego was leading the money race. He'd raised about $710,000, about $150,000 more than the other two candidates. Early voting for next month's primary opened today. Back to you.
Okay, Katie, whoever wins on June 5th will face former state rep Janice Arnold Jones, who has no opposition in the Republican primary. Jones says her top priority is cutting the federal deficit and balancing the budget. She's against raising taxes on the wealthy to do it. Jones also said she would push to tighten up security on the Mexican border and says anyone who came here illegally should not get a free ride to citizenship.